Chapter 1. Godzilla. In Costa Rica, police have been filmed planting drugs on tourists to extort bribes in over 400 documented cases since 2015. Tico Times investigation. An alert pinged on my laptop like a gunshot in the Vegas night. One random email from a guy I barely remembered, Rod. Subject line, Costa Rica, Halloween. You in? I stared at the screen, white fur coat hanging in the closet like a trophy from another life. 8 years sober. And something in my gut whispered, don't. Then a second whisper, deeper, colder, slithered in. Bend, we will break you. Have you ever heard a voice that wasn't yours whisper in your head? Me neither. So I spun, looking all around like someone was there with me. Empty. Weird. I laughed it off as bad Wi-Fi. Should have known better. Because Juice, a.k.a. Javier Villela, wasn't always the guy who said no to a good time. Back in the day, I was the guy who walked into any room and owned it. Booze, girls, chaos on tap. Or at least that's what I told myself while puking in a Bangkok alley. Royalty has its perks, right? College parties? I lived fast, loved hard, and left bottles and crazy stories strewn everywhere. Women threw themselves at my feet. All the sexy ones loved me. Okay, if we rewind the actual footage, that may not have been what it was, but I digress. But looking back, was it conquest or just another escape? Nah, don't answer that. Spoils the fun. Adventures called from every corner of the globe. Europe hitchhiking, Boracay, Phuket, Europe Amazon treks, all while the memory of Mom's gentle warnings echoed faintly, a quiet guilt gnawing at the edges of my highs. But the story starts way before that, back when I was 12 years old at my sister's 15th year birthday party. The backyard was alive with celebration, colorful papel picado fluttering like confetti in the warm evening breeze. Mariachi music thumping through the air with lively trumpets and guitars that made everyone's hips sway involuntarily, the scent of fresh tamales, chorizo, and sizzling carne asada wafting from the grill like a delicious hug. Laughter echoed from family and friends gathered around tables laden with piñatas, flowers, and bottles of soda and beer, the air buzzing with joy as my sister twirled in her pink gown like a princess claiming her throne. Already a little charmer with a wild streak budding, I had been sneaking sips from unattended beers on the table, the fizzy bitterness tingling on my tongue as I hid behind a cluster of potted plants, my face flushed with mischief and the thrill of forbidden fruit, dipping my toes into that underworld buzz even then. There I was, 12 going on trouble, thinking I was James Bond with a solo cup. Between gulps, I'd try courting the older girls, cousins and friends in their frilly dresses, curves just starting to hint at future temptations, trying to impress them with made-up stories of my adventures. Like the time I fought off a stray dog with a stick. Really, I just shoot it away. Mom caught me mid-swig, her warm brown eyes flashing with that mix of love and fire, hands on hips like a superhero ready to battle my demons. "Javiercito!" she scolded, pulling me aside amid the laughter and dancing, her voice cutting through the festive chaos like a gentle but firm melody. But then she softened, kneeling to my level and ruffling my jet-black hair, no dye needed back then, her lavender soap scent wrapping around me like a comforting blanket, mixed with the faint floral perfume she wore for special occasions, scents that would later haunt me in quiet nights. "Mijo, promise me you'll take care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Spread that light I see in you, okay? Bend. Don't break." I nodded vigorously, hugging her back with all my kid's strength, the taste of stolen beer still on my tongue, her embrace warm and safe like home itself. "I promise, Mom. I'll be your angel. No more trouble." I'd even crossed my heart for dramatic effect, making her laugh, that infectious sound chasing away any storm. "I believe in you, always. Now go play, but no more beer or I'll tell your tia." Years later, Hospital doctors botched a routine surgery by accidentally giving her double the dose of anesthesia, criminal negligence that violated every trust. That tragic episode hit like a violent betrayal by God, drowning me in bottles and binges, chasing highs to numb the emptiness where her light used to be. "Sorry, Mom." I'd whispered to her photo hysterically more times than I could count. I did my best to make people happy and be funny like she was. She could stand in a long line at the Circus buffet before the internet, before even cell phones, let alone smartphones, and people from all over the world would exchange contact information with her by writing their physical mail addresses, and they would keep in touch with her. Do you realize how long mail took to get to other countries back in the day? That's how special my mom was. Unforgettable. One of a kind. People say I've got charm. Ha! Next to Mom, I'm the knockoff. I miss her so much. Every day. So when Rod's email hit, I bent. Bought my ticket. Besides, the way I looked at it, I deserved it. The lights flickered in the room just as I talked myself into going. Strange. A tiny doubt swam swiftly in my mind. Are you chasing your youth, Juice, or are your demons chasing you? I shirked the nagging thought away like responsibility and hit reply, "Hell yeah, I'm going!" Then I stood up, walked to the closet, and pulled the white fur coat off the hanger. After all this time, and it still fit like it was waiting for me, I slipped it on. I looked in the mirror, beaming. What Costa Rica didn't know was that Godzilla was coming to town.